Hello and welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial I will give you a quick explanation on how to do spawn trigger loops. So let's get started. The first thing you want to do is you want to have an object that you want to be in a loop, and then you want to assign it to a group. In this instance I will use group 1. And then you want to make the loop with, for example, move triggers. I want my loop to be that this square moves like this. Okay, so I put my move triggers. So first I wanted to move right, then I wanted to move down, oops. Then I wanted to move back, and then I wanted to move up. Okay, and then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place spawn triggers beneath these, like that. And now I want to make each column a different group. So the first one will be group 2, the next one will be group 3, group 4, and lastly group 5. And then I want to make my spawn triggers trigger the next column. So this one should trigger group 3. That. This one should trigger group 4. This should trigger group 5. And this last one should trigger all the way back to group 2. Okay? And then you want to select all of the triggers and you want to make them spawn triggered and multi-triggered. And what you want to do next is you want to add a delay to your spawn triggers. I'm gonna use half a second here, and that's the same as the move triggers. But you can do different times. I will show you in a minute. And this is like a closed loop. So when you want the loop to start, you just take the last spawn trigger, or the spawn trigger with the lowest number, and then you edit it and deselect spawn trigger and no delay. That way when the player passes this trigger, it will automatically start this group, and that group will start this, and so on and so forth. So let's see how it looks. As you can see, the square moves in a square pattern, and this will go on forever. Not really forever, but until you stop it. And you can play around with the move times. For example, you can make this faster, or you can make it slower than the delay, and you can see what happens. So it's just, and the spawn trigger loop doesn't have to be with move triggers. It can be with rotate triggers, or it can be with pull triggers, toggle triggers even. It's just up to your imagination to see what you can use it for. So I hope you learned something, and if you really want to figure out how this works, you should definitely try it out yourself. That's really the best way to learn it. So thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed.